Hello, Sycamore. Happy Monday. Today is September 11th, 2023, and welcome to this episode of the Daily Video Announcements. I'm Noah.
And hello, I'm Gabby. Now let's please stand, place a hand over our heart, and honor this amazing country as we say the Pledge of Allegiance together.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all, and please be seated. Now over to Principal Shunk.
Hey, Sycamore Junior High, I hope you're doing good. This is Mrs. Shunk, your principal. I just wanted to take a minute and say thank you for a great couple weeks. We have had a really good start to the year, and it is in part to you guys following directions, paying attention to things, listening to your teachers, and just generally being good people. We have seen a lot of acts of kindness. We have seen really good problem solving, especially navigating a new building. You guys have done a fantastic job doing that. I have just a couple of reminders for you. So great job on the glow-a-thon. We are doing really good, hitting our goals. And apparently Mr. Cole wants to see me on the roof, and there's something with that. So make sure you guys keep getting that money, because apparently I'm going to be on the roof doing silly things, it sounds like. Another thing is in the morning for breakfast. So we are serving breakfast both in the cafeteria and at the top of the stairs if you're entering through that main entrance. And we're finding a lot of food making its way into the academic areas. So please be mindful that we don't want to truck food throughout the building. We always want to leave a space cleaner than when we found it. And our custodial team works really, really hard to make sure that you guys have the cleanest and best, most beautiful space. And so we want to make their jobs a little bit easier and be as mindful as we can about moving that food around the building. So if you can, please stay in the cafeteria to eat your food. If you need extra time to eat your food, we can certainly talk to your teacher about providing that to you, but we don't want to track it through the building. The other thing is you guys are probably starting to get into the routine of checking your email, checking Canvas, staying on top of assignments. So just remember that part of responsibility and being responsible is continually keeping in with communications that are coming out. So we've been trying hard to email you with certain communications. You need to be checking your email throughout the day, especially if you're having things dropped off to you. Obviously, you're going to check Canvas or Google Classroom or go where your teachers are telling you to go to look for assignments. So continue to do that. And if you need any support, we are always here for you. So come and find us in the hallway, find a local teacher near you. You can also come and speak to your counselor, and we are always here to make sure that you have what you need. So thank you guys for a great start. Keep up the good work, and we will see you soon. If you see me in the hallway, give me a big high five. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Principal Shunk.
Next up,
National Day.
Today is National Patriot Day.
In the United States, Patriot Day occurs on September 11th of each year in memory of the people who were killed in the September 11th attacks on the year 2001.
What is Patriot Day? Patriot Day, also known as 9/11, is a day recognized every year to remember the lives lost in the terrorist attack of September 11, 2001. People use this day to recognize and give thanks to the brave first responders who put their lives on the line to save civilians caught up in the tragedy. When is Patriot Day? Patriot Day is observed every year on September 11th. What is the history of Patriot Day? On September 11, 2001, a group of 19 terrorists crashed 2 airplanes into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York. Another plane crashed into the Pentagon building outside of Washington, D.C. The men tried to crash the 4th plane into another building. However, the passengers fought back, and the plane crashed into an empty field in Pennsylvania. With around 3,000 deaths between plane passengers, those in the building that were struck, and responders attempting to save people, 9/11 is known as the most catastrophic terrorist attack to ever take place on American soil. Our country has faced many challenges in its history. It seems that with each challenge, our patriotism and care for those around us grows. During this time of crisis, first responders, and many other civilians stepped in to help their fellow humans and New Yorkers get to safety. President George W. Bush designated September 11th as Patriot Day, also known as a National Day of Service and Remembrance for the victims of the attacks.
The victims were in airplanes or in their offices. Secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror.
In the direct aftermath, airplane security became stricter in many countries in an attempt to avoid another terrorist attack. The war on terror commenced immediately after September 11, 2001, with President George W. Bush vowing to stand up to the perpetrators of the attacks. How is Patriot Day observed? Use this day as an opportunity to understand the importance of first responders and heroes. Every year, on the anniversary of the event, Americans fly the American flag at half-mast and observe a moment of silence for the lives lost. This is honored at 8:46 a.m., the time that the first plane crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. On the 10th anniversary of 9/11, the 9/11 Memorial opened. Many people find comfort in visiting the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. However, there are many memorials that you can walk through to honor the victims in your own private way. If you live close enough to an area where you can attend a ceremony, you can partake in a moment of silence with others and hear stories about people who lost their lives, families, emergency workers, and more.
Map testing is tomorrow.
Make sure to power down your computer device all the way today if you haven't already done so. If you power down correctly, you will have to re-log in with your username and password. Do this before our map testing tomorrow and Wednesday, September 13th. On testing days,
All students should go to their first bell, although some may get a moving ticket. Make sure you charge your laptop tonight and understand that the bell schedule will be different tomorrow.
as you see, we'll test in the morning, then go to bell 1, bell 2, and then you'll go to bell 5 so we can eat lunch. After bell 5, then we go to bell 3, then 4, then 6, and then 7th.
So basically, we're just moving fifth bell out of order to follow second.
Yeah.
Is that it?
To see you at family orientation September 13th, this Wednesday evening. 7th grade families tour from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. and our 8th grade families tour between 7 and 8 p.m.
This coming Saturday, September 16th, is Tag Day.
Next up, birthdays! Happy birthday to John B., Elise B., Ava S., and Adriana G. Enjoy celebrating your special day. Remember to follow PBIS expectations and be the best version of yourself.
Have a great day, Sycamore, and go Waves!